Rav Yisrael Alter Zecher Tzadik Livracha was the fifth Gerer Rebbe, and he was known as the Beis Yisrael. He escaped the Holocaust in 1940 when he left Poland to the land of Israel and found out in 1945 that his wife, his daughter, and his son and grandchildren were all murdered by the Nazis. He remarried but did not have any other children. And he spent his life in the land of Israel after he became the Ger Rebbe when his father passed away in 1948. And he led the Ger dynasty until 1977. And he was fully engaged in building after the Holocaust and gaining as many students as possible and inspiring as many people as possible. The story is told about him one morning, very, very early in the morning. He was walking on the streets of Haifa, and he came to a red light. And many people would just walk since there weren't any cars on the road. And here, there wasn't a car to be seen, but there was a crew of workers who were near the intersection. And there was the Rebbe just standing and waiting for the light, and it took a little bit of time for the light to change. So one of the workers said to the Rebbe, "Rebbe, you don't have to wait. You first of all, you're the Rebbe, and beyond that, look at the street. The street is empty. There's no cars anywhere here. Why are you waiting?" Nevertheless, the Beis Yisrael motioned to this worker that it was okay and waited for the light to turn green. And when it turned green, then he crossed the street. And as he was crossing, he heard one of the workers say to the other, "Look, you see, that's what a Rav is. Even when you don't see, even when people aren't watching, in the middle of the night, he treats and he acts according to the law, according to the rules." And the Beis Yisrael turned to someone who was walking with him, his Talmud, his student named Azriel, and he said, "Do you hear what they're saying?" He said, "Nowadays, all we have left is to make a Kiddush Hashem, to sanctify Hashem's name, and to avoid making a Chilul Hashem, to avoid desecrating Hashem's name." In our Parsha, Parshas Emor, one of the mitzvos that we are given by Hashem is a negative commandment that we may not desecrate Hashem's name. And in the very same pasuk, "V'nikdashti," I will be sanctified b'soch b'nei Yisrael, among the Jewish people. Sometimes we don't even realize how there are even what seem to be minor opportunities in life that can turn out to be major Kiddush Hashems, that people look at us and identify us as being Torah observant and say, "Wow, look at the way that individual handles themselves," either in the workplace, at a supermarket, or even just crossing the street. Following the rules and making a Kiddush Hashem in all that we do is integral to our observance in every sense of the word. Thank you for listening, and have a good Shabbos.